All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here. Today we have a product here we're going to take a look at, see how it works for us. It is the Orion MotorTech Fluid Extractor. We're going to get this thing opened up and see what is actually in the box. Taking a look inside the box for the MotorTech extractor here. This is a 200 milliliter fluid extractor. And taking a look at the actual extractor here, we can see that it says you can do brake work with one man. And the reason that we got this extractor is because on the golf cart, the oil change is super difficult because of having to take off the bottom tray out of the vehicle. So we're going to try this and see if we can extract the oil directly out of the crankcase through the dipstick reservoir, and then we will be adding oil back with this as well. The golf cart, I believe, takes just a little over a quart of oil, and it is the break-in period. So we are needing to change the oil and put new oil in it for post break-in after it had 250 miles put on it. See right here, the instruction manual is for the little 200 milliliter extractor from Orion MotorTech. And inside here, it gives you some warnings. It shows you a parts list. It looks like it comes with two hoses here and also a little extra little nozzle for the end of the hose. It's got one small hose and one large hose here. So it says that one of the hoses right here is 0.95 centimeters and the other one is 0.6 centimeters. Taking a look right here. The adapter is on the end here. And the barrel right here. There's the adapter, the actual syringe here. And then it tells you how to operate the extractor. And it says be careful because some fluids will affect the paint of your vehicle if you're using it. So what we're going to be using this for is, like I said before, we will take the little dipstick screw thing out and try to pull the oil out of the golf cart without having to take off the drain plug, because the drain plug is blocked by a big under tray with about 30 screws that have to come out. And I'm hoping this will do the trick to change the oil in the cart. Okay, we're out here in the garage now. We need to get set up. So what we're going to do first is go ahead and get some lighting under here. I've got a little fluorescent light that we can run underneath the cart. We'll go ahead and get set up. what I'm going to do now is, you can see that is the dipstick area. I'm going to get our extractor here and try to extract from that dipstick and put it into this 2-liter bottle that I got right there. Now notice that I did put the cart up on the ramp on this side so that all the oil would flow to the dipstick side of the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try now with this extractor. And all you have to do to get this extractor going is put the tube directly into the end of this hole, and we will start off with the bigger one. So what you do is, all you do is push it into the hole it's in. To get it out, you pull down on the blue washer and it comes right out. So this thing is ready to go now. Literally just put this into the dipstick and try to suck out the oil, which I've never tried before. So let's do that now. All right, I'm getting my gloves on here to get ready to try this. I'm hoping I don't have to go ahead and put this thing up on ramps and take the bottom tray off, because really you need all 4 wheels off the ground to do that. But let's give this thing a shot. All right, I did some research. One place says 14 or 1.4 liters. The other one says 1.1 liters. So I don't know what the correct is. Literally says two different things. Engine oil capacity, which is 1,100 milliliters or 1,400 milliliters. At the same time, it says to fill the oil up until the oil is on the fourth mark here, which would be 4 from the bottom, I'm guessing, because they don't say, which is basically halfway. So I'm going to start with 1,100 milliliters, then check the oil and see if I can even see it, because I couldn't see it last time. So I guess we'll need to get our squeeze bottle out to put the oil back in and start doing some oil, or we can use our new extractor to do the same thing. This is hilarious, Haggard stuff. My funnel is way too big to pour into this bottle, so I'm using this oil filter removal tool because it has a little hole at the bottom. So we're going to see how big of a mess we make with this. We got to make sure we don't overfill. And we are using fully synthetic SuperTech oil from Walmart, which is just as good as any of the other brands that we've done some research on, and we know this stuff is good oil, if not better than a lot of the synthetics that you buy off the shelf. So far, so good. We only need a little bit more. Oh, we got close. We got close. We got real close. And that should do it. Now all we gotta do is clean up our big ass mess. Should be about 1,100. The difficult part's going to be checking it after, because you can't really tell on the dipstick what is what. It's very hard to see. We got our bottle ready to go and cleaned. I like to keep it pretty clean, like in the work area. And this is how we will be adding oil back. It is to the top. It couldn't be more full. Actually dripping out because I squeezed it. Don't squeeze the bottle while you're working on it. Okay, this thing's ready to go. Let's head back out to the garage. One thing I didn't even think about is whether this bottle is going to be able to actually get in there and inject this oil. But we're going to find out right now. I think we're okay. There is a exhaust right in the way. Getting the oil back in is very tough. I had to wrap some tape around the end of my funnel to get it to work because it was too big. I did eventually get most of the oil in there with the funnel. However, I couldn't tip the bottle up enough to get the last little bit in, so I used the extractor and pushed the oil back in. And now the oil change is done. We have to check the oil though, and if it needs any more, we'll have to get it out of the quart bottle the 5-quart bottle that we got inside of the oil. Now there is a procedure for checking the oil here, and it says that we have to let's see, it just says, it doesn't say. I'm going to look and see how you check the actual oil here. All right, we're supposed to start the engine and let it warm up for a few minutes, turn it off, wait a few minutes, and inspect the level. And it should, this one says, yeah, about halfway up the stick there. Let's go ahead and start the vehicle. Neutral. And that's on. All right, we're gonna let this warm up for a couple minutes, then check the oil. Okay, it's been sitting for a few minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can check the oil level, which I tried once before, and it's kind of difficult to see on the dipstick. It's really a dumb kind of system. But I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's me getting burned by the exhaust, which is right next to the oil drain plug. Yeah, I mean, you can't really tell. Doesn't say also whether you screw it in all the way or just check it when it's out. So I'm going to see, screwed it in all the way and see if I can see any oil on it now. Yeah, I mean, you can't tell at all. It's just ridiculous. It's got oil on it even when you don't screw it in all the way. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to add any more oil. I only put 1100 and it says do not overfill. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. And so that's going to do it for this video. And this is the extractor that we use. This is the OMT fluid extractor we use to change the oil. And I would highly recommend it. It works great. Did the job perfectly, actually. So yeah, go ahead and pick up one of these if you can. And we'll see you soon on Supercar Street Racing.